Day trading tips and tricks. Today I want to talk about an idea that's going to sound crazy. I can't guarantee it's going to make you an overnight success, but I think it's going to really help you hold your trades longer. It's going to help you just understand how stocks move and also just have more confidence in the overall move. If you want to find out more about this crazy idea, you know what to do. Stay tuned. There's 1,000 videos on YouTube talking about day trading, probably 1 million videos on YouTube talking about day trading. There's a lot of people out there who claim to have the secret to becoming a profitable day trader. And one thing that I've noticed is a lot of people just don't talk enough about the mental aspect. My day trading has improved tenfold because I focused more on my mental strategy than anything else. The technical analysis, the indicators, all that stuff, yeah, I know about it. I have an idea. I'm learning more every day. But really what I'm focused on is my overall mental strategy, my mental plan. But really, the longer that you day trade, you're going to notice really quickly that it's not hard to learn how to day trade, the overall idea, the mechanicals of day trading, how to buy a stock, how to sell a stock. But what you're gonna see is over time how hard it is to battle yourself. But what I really wanna focus on is just what I've learned over the last couple months of introspection, looking inside of myself and figuring out what was I doing wrong and how can I improve upon that, and just the overall mental aspect. This very simple idea, I know it's gonna sound crazy, trust me, it sounded crazy when I thought about it in the first place. This is not a new idea, but for me, it's an idea that I think a lot of people can use. It's free to everybody out there, and anybody and everybody can learn. It's going to help your entries, it's going to help you hold a stock longer, and it's really going to help you manage your trades. You're basically talking to yourself. Yes, talking to myself. And I'm looking at the setup, I'm looking at the chart. Perfect example, this morning, TGTX. I was looking at it, and I'm reading the chart, and I'm telling myself, Patrick, okay, 640, it shows support. The resistance is at $7. I want to see this stock move to 7, find resistance, and then I'm going to look to short and then look to move back down to that support there at 640 and possibly lower. So all I'm really doing is creating a plan. I'm going over the plan, and then once the stock reaches that entry point, I'm taking the trade, which I did not do this morning and I regret that. But what I'm doing is I'm talking to myself and I'm validating the overall plan over and over. I'm just looking at the chart, I'm lining up everything. I'm looking at the EMAs, I'm looking at the volume, I'm looking at the news, I'm creating a thesis, I'm creating a plan. So once I get into the trade, the stock goes to $7. And I tell myself then, okay, perfect, the stock has now moved down. Instead of just expecting the stock to drop directly to $6, what I'm doing is I'm then telling myself, how do stocks move? Patrick, the stock has now moved to 680. There's a really good chance this stock is going to push back up to 690, possibly $7, retest that resistance. And that's totally fine. You know how this works. You've seen this happen over and over. And I'm just talking myself through the trade, and I'm basically not so much predicting what the stock's going to do, but what happens is you really point where you're almost predicting because you're seeing the stock moving. You're seeing how it's moving. You're reading the chart, you're reading the candles, and you're just reading these patterns. And then you're telling yourself, okay, I expect the stock to drop to 680. Why would it drop to 680? It drops to 680. I see the previous support there. It's going to bounce off 680. It's going to push back to 690. It's going to find resistance, and then it's going to pull back down below 680. And really what that's doing is it's allowing me to hold a stock longer. It's allowing me to validate my plan, because if I'm able to say, hey, there's a good chance the stock's going to bounce off the 680s and then push back up a little bit and then go lower, if that happens, I'm much more confident in the move. And then I see, okay, it dipped below 680, it's looking good. Now we're at the 640 area, that was a previous support. And what happens at 640? There's going to be a bounce because there's previous support there. I'm having a conversation with my emotions, the same emotion that would make you maybe close a trade early because you don't have the confidence. And really what it comes down to is just building that conviction. But overall, I'm just looking at what's going on with the chart. I'm lining everything up. And the more you talk yourself through the trade, the easier it is to look at the EMAs, to look at the overall trend, to look at the candles, to look at the volume, and you're putting all that information together. Because a lot of times in the past, I would get into a trade and I would get into it, and I really had no plan. If I did have a plan, as soon as I was in the trade, that plan went out the door, because I would just basically be like, oh, I'm short. I'm short. Here it is. I'm short. Okay, I'm in. Okay, it's 680. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's bouncing back. It's bouncing back off 680. I'm taking profit. And I would take profit. And I would do this over and over. And then I'd tell myself, why do I keep doing this? Because I would go into the trade with a plan. I would enter the trade, and then that plan would be gone as soon as I entered, because I was just so quick to want to take profit. And really the last couple weeks, last couple months, I've just been working on really reassuring myself that I have the experience, I'm able to identify the setups, and then I'm letting the trade do its thing. And that's not to say you can't change the plan. It's not to say that if it bounces off 640, I see the support there, and now it's showing a reversal. That's not to say I can't change the plan, but at least I'm able to talk to myself and ask myself, okay, the volume isn't that high, it's not looking like it really wants to come back, and I'm asking myself questions like, okay, where's the EMA? What's going on? What's the news? And I'm just going back and forth with myself. I'm just basically bouncing those ideas back and forth, telling myself, okay, the stock's now bouncing, but where's the volume? Okay, the stock's now moving higher. Where's the next support? Where's the next resistance? And I'm looking at all that, and I'm asking myself questions, and I'm just talking myself through the trade. And when you get into the trade, the last thing that you want is to get into it and then just throw all of the plan out the door. You really just want to keep talking yourself, going over the plan, looking at the stock, looking at the move, and just going over, just looking at what's going on, just focused on the move. The same idea, TGTX this morning, when the stock showed that 640 support, I told myself, okay, this stock's probably gonna push back to $7. And what did it do? It pushed back to $7. If you don't believe me, you can go watch the live trade. I talked about the entire move before it happened. And how was I able to do that? Because I'm reading the chart, and then I'm seeing the patterns, I'm seeing what's going on, and then I'm telling myself, this is gonna be what's gonna happen. Now, that's not to say that I can see the future by any means, but how was I able to predict that the stock would move back to the $7? Because I was looking at the overall chart, I was talking to myself and looking at the trade and just the overall move. And really what this is going to do is it's going to allow you to have better entries, have better profit targets, and really just capitalize on the move. There's so many times where I see a stock, it's moving higher, and what do? I tell myself, okay, I see the support, it's gonna pull back to that support. I know it's going to pull back. And what happens? The stock pulls back to that support. I get in, I take profit on the push, and it works out. And again, it's not that I can see the future, but I'm just telling myself what I'm looking for, where is my entry gonna be. I'm not just, oh, there's the stock, it's heading higher, I'm buy. I'm telling myself when I see the stock moving, I see, okay, it's overextended. I see where the EMA is. I see where the support is. How do stocks move? Stocks move in waves. They move up, they move down. They move up, they move down. And that's what I'm looking to play into. I'm looking to play into these waves. I'm riding the waves. I want to buy at the bottom, sell at the top, because if you're buying at the top, there's not much room to take profit. And that was one of the big issues in the past. I was trying to buy the breakouts. I was trying to buy the momentum breakout, and I would buy, right over that whole dollar break, and then I get a little push to get it and end up getting like 10 cents. And then I'd be like, okay, or the stock would pull back and crash on me. Where now, when I'm buying the dips, when I'm buying those support bounces, I'm able to buy a quick dip, sell the rip, take profit. And I'm just telling myself ahead of time, where's my entry? Where's my profit? What's my plan? And what am I doing? So I'm just talking myself through the trade before it even happens. And then once I'm in the trade, I'm still just going over the plan. I'm looking at what's going on, and I'm talking myself through the trade. So try it out sometimes. The next time you get into a trade and you feel like you're gonna get out too early, just start asking questions. What's going on? What's the move? What am I looking for? Is the stock really bouncing back, or is it just moving like it's supposed to? Is it moving in a wave on the way down? Is the overall trend heading lower? Is it heading higher? What's going on? Ask yourself questions while you're in the trade, and just talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. Try it. Try to talk to yourself when you're in a trade. You never know. It might work. You never know. You never know.
Looking here at TGTX, for this to push up a little bit more, I want to see this squeeze up a little bit more before taking a short on it. Get up there to the $7 and then get denied would be a good entry. I like to see this push up there to $7. That whole dollar, I feel a little bit better about shorting into that whole dollar area. All right, so TGTX is pushing up there towards $7 now. TGTX bouncing off that 640 area right before open here. So you can see now down there below that 640 support, and she's gone. Down there below 640 now. So I really just missed out on my entry there. I'm not going to FOMO into this. My entry, I talked about it earlier this morning, wasn't that push to $7. We got the push to $7, and then I was a little bit too greedy, and I was like, oh, I'm going to wait for a little bit more.